Hey guys, how you doing? It's simply Betty here. I'm back again with a video, and this time I decided to do a story time. So, guys, considering everything that's happening around us, of people killing each other, couples killing each other, husband stabbing, sijui cheating, or sijui shooting, a man shot, a man slashed his wife, the wife sijui, all these things that are happening now, yeah. So I remembered something, yeah. In my 20s, when I was about 23, 24, right now I'm 30, so in my 20s. So I remembered something, yeah. So you see, when you finish university and you are so enthusiastic that you're going to get a job, you're going to start a new life, blah 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 blah. Alafu unatoka huku nje unapata vitu kwa ground ni different, yeah. So I looked for a job and I got a job around Thika, and I started working. And then one time, I remember it was on a weekend. I was just chilling by a certain shop. So you flat nilikuwa naishi, ilikuwa ni flat, and then after the gate there are some shops there. So I had a friend who used to work at one of the shops. So one day boeka too, so I was like let me just go and chill with my friend at the shop to kibonga story. So I go outside and I have a seat, and we are seated and we are chatting, and then all of a sudden a Range Rover pulls by. Hey, so because he's like, okay. So in my head I was just like, this is just a customer, just like any other, because the guy used to sell, it was a retail shop. Easy vitu za kawaida, sijui mchele, maji, soda, biscuits, all those usual stuff, yeah. So he pulls over. When he pulls over, kutoka na ni jamaa, not so bad looking, well handsome, if I may say so. Tall and handsome and kind of confident. So he comes to the shop and then he says hi. Kauliza, mkona maji? So the guy says yeah. So they go inside. With the shopkeeper. So kind of kuzua maji. And then he comes outside and he's like, okay, you seem to be having such a good time, eh? And then in my head, I just replied, yeah, I'm just chilling. I said, okay, sawa. So he leaves. So we continue with our stories. There was nothing much on that day. Coincidentally, so that was on a Saturday. On Sunday, pia jioni, I got bored on Sunday afternoon. Is it afternoon? Yeah, afternoon. Around 12:01, I got bored in the house. So I go to the shop again to just chill outside with the shopkeeper, with my friend, yeah. So as we are talking, pia, the same car pulls over. But now, the previous day, he was going to a different place. So this time, it's like he was coming back. So he pulls over, kakuja tena. And then he says he needs I think a soda or something. He needs a drink, a soda. So wanaingia. So when he comes, he's like, you again. Since you love this place. And I was like, yeah, naishi hapa. So most of the time, I just come to chill here. And then he was like, okay, so, and then he was like, yeah, so mi nilikuwa nimeenda sijui mahali kutembea just for the weekend, but now I'm going back to Nairobi. And then I say, okay, sawa. So he goes inside, gets a soda, and then he goes back. He goes to his car, and then he drives off. So it's now weeks after. So I forget about the whole thing. It's now weeks after, and my friend, the shopkeeper, one day nikitoka job, I think it was on a Friday, akaniita akaniambia, Betty, by the way, kuna jamaa alikuwa ananiulizia namba yako. Na mimi ni nani? Mimi nilimpea. So he just said, mimi ni nani? Mimi nilimpea. Then I'm like, which jamaa? Unakumbuka yule jamaa alikuja hapa na Range? They were like, yeah, huyo sasa alidai namba yako. So mimi nilimpea. And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. But si ungeniuliza, you'd have asked me first, yeah? It says, acha hizo, sijui nini. So the story inaisha. That same day in the evening, I get a message, hi. So I'm like, should I respond or not? Alafu mimi na new numbers, there's a way I don't like new numbers. And then hi seems so lame to me sometimes. So sometimes I just look at it and just ignore. So I ignored on Friday. Saturday mid morning akapiga. And then he's like, hi. So I picked the call. He's like, hi, ni yule jamaa mliturana naye sijui shop, oh, blah, blah, blah. I took your number. I'm so sorry I took your number from the shopkeeper. I begged him to give it to me. So I kind of liked you. Oh, me because he's like, oh, okay, sawa. So he's like, can we talk? Me because he's like, okay, see, we are talking right now. What exactly? So he says, I would like to know you more. And then I'm like, oh, okay, sawa. So that's how it all started. We became friends from that day. Tukaanza kujuana. The guy was not married, but he was rich. Maze jamaa kuna do. Oh, he used to drive like different vehicles almost each time I saw him. Like Range, sijui next sijui ako sijui na kama Mercedes, sijui next sijui ako na yani the guy was loaded yani. But that's not why I liked him. He was just humble in his own way. So we became friends. We became friends to an extent that after sometimes he used to take me to work and then come pick me up in the evening. So tukaanza tu kujuana, no intimacy, no nothing. Yeah, tulikuwa tu tunajuana. So he knew where I worked. Sometimes he just called me, niko hapa, come. We'd go on dates, kuja. Napitia tu, come nikubaye lunch, come nikubaye supper, vitu kaa hizo. So one day when we were in the car, he told me, Betty, by the way, I want to show you something and please don't get shocked. And because he's like, okay, what exactly? He's like, niko na kitu kwa gari. Nakuonyesha tu just in case uione one of the days and then ushtuke. So I don't want you to get shocked, yeah? So I say, okay, ni sawa. Just show me. So he goes into the back seat. He gets something. It looked like a casing. So he gets something and then he holds it. And then he's like, do you know what this is? Because he's like, no, I don't. So he opens the casing and then he removes a gun. Hey, my friend. in my mind, I'm like, bas. Nimepata gangster. Why nimepata gangster? Guy, oi. Come I've been dealing with a crook. So in my head, I have all these thoughts. In my head, I'm just like, bas. Who owns a gun? Who? So he's like, okay, sishtuke, don't get shocked, yeah? This is my personal gun. I bought it, I paid for it, it's licensed, so it's okay. There's no problem. So I just carry it just in case of, with the crime and everything, just in case of anything. So I'm like, your time. I was speechless actually, because I had never seen a gun in my life. I'd never seen a gun in my life. So I'm like, and then he's like, do you want to hold it? Because he's like, no, I don't think so. He's like, just go ahead, hold it. No bullets, nothing, just hold it. So he showed me how to hold it. And then he's like, you see, it's not a big deal. So this is mine, yeah? Just in case you come across it one of the days, don't get shocked. So tukaongea me because he's like, okay, that's okay. My friend, kumbe the guy he's falling for me kidogo. He's liking me like kidogo. So one after some time, the guy starts talking of wanting to get into a relationship with me. And then for me, I had just, I think, come out of I was, I think, like 5 months out of a relationship or 6 months out of a relationship. So I was not in the space. I was not in the relationship space. So in my head, I'm just like, no. No, me saizi, it's me. I just want to have my own time. I don't want things to do with men. No, nothing, stuck in relationship. If anything, just my beshte. So me, I just told him, okay, Mimi, I'm trying to have my own time. I'm single right now, but I'm not such. I don't want to get into anything serious right now. That's what I told him. And then he was like, come on. I think we vibe so well. I like you so much. You're so humble. I would really like to get serious with you. So mimi nikamwambia hapana. But the guy did not seem to take it so well, yeah? He seemed like I think these guys who feel like they have everything, so rejection to them is like, what? How do you reject me? How in the hell do you reject me? But me, I just brushed it off. So one of the days, so we continue talking, and then the guy also, he used to, like, unapata, sometimes if he flows out of the country for like 1 week, he flows out of the country for 2 days, he comes back, blah blah blah. So most of the time he would be on and off, yeah. So one time it was during the weekend, and then he told me, Betty, I would really like to see you, I miss you so much, I would really like to see you. So I was in the house and I wasn't feeling like seeing anyone. You see those weekends when you just feel like staying indoors and you don't want so many things, yeah? Unataka tu kuchill, yani, na movies zako, watching, eating, and just sleeping. Lazing. It was a lazy weekend for me. I didn't want to see him. So I told him, he told me, I'm on the way, I would like to see you because I miss you. I'm going home, I'm going to Shags, and I would really like to see you. So can we meet up? So me because there's like, I didn't want to see him, so nika cook up, sorry. Actually, sahi, okay, niko kwa nyumba, I'm in the house, but I'm getting out. I'm meeting up with some friends. And then he's like, what? What do you mean you're meeting up with some friends? So do you want to mean that your friends are more important than me? What are you trying to tell me? What is this? What are you trying to show me? You cannot do this to me. Me because he's like, what? What's wrong with this guy? Why is he so mad? Nikamwambia, nilikuwa nishajitayarisha. I had already prepared myself. We had planned. You didn't tell me that you wanted to see me, so we had planned, so I have to go. Says you were let down. Nikasikia jamaa ameclick. And then akazima phone. Hey, so in my head I'm just like, okay, whatever. Acha jam kwani, let him get mad kwani. So I continued watching, my friend. I don't know how fast he drew. I actually don't know how far he was when he was calling me, because within like 20 minutes I saw somebody. You know, I was living in these houses whereby the windows are so big, yeah? Ni kubwa, kidirisha kikubwa. So I had pulled the curtains. So mi naona tu figure imepita. The good thing with me is that sana because I'm normally alone most of the time, I had closed the door with a padlock. So ukifika hapo, you'd think there's nobody in the house, but in this sense I was inside watching. So I had locked the door with a padlock. So now nikaona tu figure. So when I saw the figure, I knew shit, it's him. So what I did, I muted the TV. Haraka I muted the TV. And then I'm like, so I'm just following him. He goes to the door, he knocks. He knocks the second time. I can see he's impatient because he was pacing about, yeah. And then he reaches for the handle, ya kufungua. And then akasikia padlock. So so in his head, I don't know, he thought I was inside or something. Ama alikuwa amesikia movie, I don't know. So he ngangana's with the padlock for some time, and then I hear him clicking again. And then he knocks this time with his fist. He's like, open the door. Because he's like, shit, baski man. Kwani what did I do? Why is he so mad? So what I did, when I saw that he was so mad, nikaanguka chini. I slept on the floor because now, you know, I was sleeping on the sofa set. So in my head, because he's tall, I felt like probably anazangalia kwa mlango hivi, because at the upper part of the door there were glasses. Nizi milango ni chuma, alafu pale juu ni glass. So in my head I'm like, my God, if he just does this, ataniona kwa kiti. So I fell on the floor. Kumbe my phone had a ringtone. Siko nimeka mute, siko nimeka silent. So when he does this, very annoyed, he goes for something I didn't know. So I hear my phone ringing. Nikajua pass. Phone ikaanza tu kulia all of a sudden. My phone started ringing all of a sudden. So I'm like, shit. Where is it? Where is this phone? So I get my phone and then I mute. Alikuwa amesikia. I think alikuwa amesikia. I don't know if he had the ringtone or something. So I reach for the phone and mute it. He says, open this door or I get in by force. Hey, my friends. So in my head, I'm just like, ataenda tu. So nasonga hivi kwa mlango, kwa dirisha. Remember the window is big and I've pulled the curtains. So when he goes by the window, though when you're outside, you cannot see inside, yeah? But for me who was inside, I could see outside. So when he goes by the window, I see him pulling something from his nini. Akatoa gun. He pulls out his gun. And then he starts hitting the wall using the gun. So I'm just like, what? What's wrong with this nigga? What's wrong with this guy? So he goes back to the door and then he's like, I'm going to shoot this door down. I'm going to kill you. You're going to do this to me. So it starts creating all this drama in my head. I'm just like, oh my God, this guy is crazy. He's crazy. You cannot do this to me. And then, I don't know what happened. I think some neighbors heard him. Some neighbors had him, because be on the other side there were houses, and then some people came out of the house. So I think when he saw people coming out of the house, that's when he anarudisha gun, and then he goes. Let me tell you, my heart was in my hands. My heart has never pounded that much. And in my head I was just like, this is my last day. I am going to die. So sometimes when I watch these things, these killings, man kills wife, in my head I'm just like, oh my God. So I would be past tense. Ningekuwa nishaenda kitambo tu je kukata mwanaume wa mtu. Anyway, by the some people, you need to look for some of these, is it psychopath signs? He was a psychopath. Psychopath signs, yeah, in the people that we like or we are dating, because they can lead to something which is not so pleasant. Now imagine if I had not locked the door. Just sometimes I just imagine if I had not locked that door, what would have happened? Because he seemed to be one of these guys who get so angry, yeah, temperamental people, yeah. So he seemed to be that type. So yeah, that's how I almost got just because of saying no to a guy, just because of that. Imagine. So I would be normal. Betty would be gone with the angels. Yeah. So guys, so I just remembered and I decided to share that story with you guys. And at the end of it all, you need to study the people we get ourselves involved with. Study them and understand them, because you can imagine now getting married to such a man, that's disaster. Juu lazima mtakosana kwa nyumba, and then what? He shoots you or what? Yeah, misunderstandings are there, yes, but now imagine now that you get into a long-term thing with such a man or even such a woman, yeah, then what happens? You see now that's disastrous, yeah. So he left, and I blocked. See, from that day I blocked him. Mimi, I didn't want anything to do with him since that day. Kabisa. I blocked him. Until today he keeps telling me, Betty wewe, ulinikataa. I still remember. There was a time he texted me and he said he still remembers that nilimkataa. Imagine him today. Right now is, I think, 3 years down the line or 4 years down the line, and he still remembers that nilimkataa. Yeah? You can imagine. Weird characters, yeah? Yeah, so that's my story time. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. It's a funny one. For many times I remember that's why I just laugh. It's a funny one, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one.